Alright, it's time for me to come back to make another friggin' video. I thought that I was done, but no, of course not. Why would I be done? It's been more than a year since I've been on this channel, but I have to come back after what happened at friggin', WrestleMania last night. I slept on it because I didn't want to make a video immediately because I was so tired last night. But I slept on it and I was like, no, I have to do this. Because what happened last night was, I give him credit, it was pretty good. Because basically I was done with wrestling. I barely watched it as it was. But I decided to watch WrestleMania, of course, on the network. Hell, I'm not going to pay $60 for that. Are you crazy? And the stream, and I didn't watch no free stream because it sucks. Anyways, the network, first of all, I want to give my thoughts on WrestleMania. That's not going to be a full review. Everyone does a full review. I'm not going to do that. Because I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. I want to do thoughts on what surprised me or what shocked me about WrestleMania. That's what I'm going to do. Because a full review sucks, you know. Just like, oh, in this match it was so shit wrestler against shit wrestler and shit wrestler won. Who cares, you know? No one. I mean, it's boring, you know. All right, let's move. All right, first thing I wanted to talk about was the network itself. The stream worked beautifully last night. No problems, no issues for me at least. I'm not sure if anybody else had issues with the stream. If you did, well, I'm sorry about that. But for me, the stream was awesome. No problems at all. Nothing. So, network A+ for WrestleMania. I think it was awesome. Anyways, next thing I want to talk about is Cesaro. Cesaro winning the Battle Royal thingy. Andre Giant, whatever it was. The whole point, that was good. He's going to get a push after WrestleMania, and I can't wait to see what happens. Again, I'm back. I'm watching wrestling. I can't believe this nonsense. When I'm out, they pull me back in. They always do that. It's like, what the hell? I mean, again, I'm watching this shit. But it was good, though. I mean, it was good. WrestleMania was mostly good, which was surprising to me. Especially how this card looks terrible on paper. It's honestly looked all horrible. I was like, oof, are you kidding me? This is not a WrestleMania. This is like a terrible, like a good episode of Raw. This is not supposed to be WrestleMania, you know? Anyways, let's move on to John Cena. Of course he won. Why would he not win? I mean, it's like, the best thing would have been putting over the Bray Wyatt, the hillbilly guy. That's what dude is with the beard and shit. What the fuck? Anyway, he's a different character. I give him credit for that. Anyways, he put him over. He didn't put him over. He wins. Why? And what would have made sense was Cena losing that match and then getting his revenge later, either Extreme Rules or some other pay-per-view at some point. No, he wins. This feud will continue probably because this is what WWE always does, but it's stupid. It's ridiculous. Cena winning is just, there's no reason for it. Cena should have lost this match. Continue the feud. He may get his win back at Extreme Rules or something. I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. What matters, what I really want to talk about is the Undertaker. Holy shit! What did Brock Lesnar? What did he do? He won. I know. I'm shocked. I mean, last night. I mean, just had this showing. What they did was, I think what they did was brilliant. Lesnar hits the F5 for the third time in the match. He pins him. The ref counts 1, 2, 3, and the music. His music doesn't play immediately. I was like, what just happened? Everyone was like, what? They started doing close-ups on the fans. It's like, what? What? I mean, what the fuck just happened? I'm confused too. And then I'm like, holy shit, Lesnar won. He won. And people are like, no, he didn't win. Yes, he did. He fucking won. Look, I mean, the ref. I mean, the match is over. I mean, he's doing this and this. I'm like, no. I mean, I was literally shocked. I couldn't talk last night. I was just like, whoa. He actually lost. Anyway, I personally, after sleeping on it, I don't have that much of a problem with it. And this is the reason why. Because if Undertaker didn't want to lose the Brock, he wouldn't have done it. Just keep it real. He wouldn't have done it. He just would have walked away. He wouldn't have done the match. But he wanted to lose to Lesnar. He wanted to put him over at WrestleMania, which is a huge thing for Lesnar, I'm sure. A lot of people might say, "Oh, he's a part-timer. It's not right for a part-timer to win." Okay, doesn't matter. Taker wanted it that way. We should accept it and move on. You know, not. Oh, he was a part-timer. It's not fair. No, Taker wanted it that way. He wanted to put him over, and I respect that. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Personally, would have liked to seen is Taker retire undefeated. That would have been nice, but that's not the way he wanted it. So I accept it, and every wrestling fan should accept it too. It's the end of an era. Taker's probably going to retire. I mean, there's no reason for him to continue now. The WWE saying, saying his match is Triple H is like, oh, this is the end of an era. No. This last night was the end of an era. Taker losing was the end. Because we all know that there's no reason for him to come back now. It's over. I mean, I've seen on Facebook that they might do, they might come out and say no, Taker kicked out and the undefeated streak continues and it doesn't count. I was like, why would they waste their time? Why would they go through all that trouble just to keep Taker undefeated? They just would let him beat Lesnar last night. It doesn't make any sense. Another rumor I saw on Facebook, people are pushing like, oh, well, Sting might come back and he might fight Sting in next year's WrestleMania. Why? I don't want to see that match. Even if that's going to happen, I don't want to see that match. Why would I want to see a match between two old, out of shape 50-year-old guys? I don't. Taker looked awful last night. Let's keep it real. Most of the match was boring. Really. Most of the match sucked. I'm sitting there like, really? Like, oh. I didn't even watch most of the match. I was on Facebook. Just talking to people. I was bored by the match. I mean, match sucked. What surprised me is Taker losing, but the match itself sucked. They should have done like no disqualification or something, that way to make the match interesting. Not a normal match. The match sucked. Taker losing, again, he wanted it that way. You guys should just accept it and move on, or else he would have done the match. He would just retired. Now let's move on to the world title Daniel Bryan situation at WrestleMania. His match with Triple H in the Open was awesome. It was a great match. I was like, oh, that was a great opener. I mean, that was a perfect way to shut up the show. It was a great opener. You have Daniel Bryan carried Triple H. Just keep it real. Triple H was like 5 minutes. He carried him. Without him, I mean, Triple H is done. It was like, oh, Triple H gonna win the match. No, he's not. What are you gonna do? He's not gonna wrestle twice in one night. I mean, he's retired. He's just like he's the COO, whatever. He's authority. He's not gonna wrestle twice. Believe me. Daniel Bryan defeats Triple H. He put him over clean. I give Triple H credit for that. I was surprised. I didn't think he would put him over. I thought they'd do some kind of crazy disqualification finish where Triple H would get disqualified or something and Daniel would advance anyways. No, he put him over clean. Good for Triple H. I give him credit for that. Anyway, after the match, Triple H beats the shit out of Daniel Bryan and hits him with a chair in his shoulder. Of course. No problem with that. Move on to the main event. The main event was overall a good match. I thought it was a good match. I thought all three guys performed well in the main event. Especially Daniel. He showed he was the man last night. He did. I even wasn't really too sold on the guy originally. I was like, yeah, he's over. I give him, he's over. I wasn't really too sold on him. I was like, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure yet. But WrestleMania, it was his show. He stole the show. I give him all the credit in the world. The match with Batista and Orton was great. And I give Batista and Orton credit. I didn't think they would be able to do it, but they did. The match was great. Some spots real quick. Daniel Bryan. Triple H comes out, of course. Tries to screw over Bryan again. And I was like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Triple H is out. He pulls out referee. He brings back the crooked referee from September. Last time I saw him was in the September pay-per-view when he screwed Bryan. Bryan kicks him in the face, which was hilarious. He was out. He's done. Then Triple H grabbed his. No, that's not what happened. First, what happened was Triple H and you, Bryan, this flying move outside. I don't remember what it's called. And he lands on Triple H, the referee, and Stephanie. Stephanie hurts herself. Triple H gets mad, of course. He grabs a sledgehammer. Bryan steals the sledgehammer from him, hits him in the head, and they're both gone. They're both carried backstage. Then Daniel Bryan and Batista and Orton start working together. They beat the shit out of Bryan. They put him to a table. Orton botched, of course. He managed to leave a monitor there, and he hurts his back. Oops, it has to hurt. If you watch it, it was just brutal. It looked like, oof, it had to hurt, dude. Anyways, Batista and Orton go back in the ring. They wrestle for a while. Long story short, get to the finish. And Batista hits Batista bomb on Orton. Orton's gone. Then Daniel Bryan hits his knees finisher. Then hits the yes lock or LaBelle, whatever they call it now. And Batista taps, and Bryan's new champ. After 6 months or 7, 8 months of this nonsense, finally it's over. Finally he gets his titles. And honestly, he deserved it. I mean, if they didn't put the belts on him, they would have been nuts. The WWE would be fucking insane. They would have been insane. It's like, what do you think? Finally, he's the world champ. He's the man. Give him all the credit in the world. I think he's the man. He's the guy. Whether people like it or not, he's the guy. And I'm sure most people like it, He deserves it. He deserves it, in the words. Alright, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've done one of these shits. I've gone on way too long. But that's my opinion. My opinion, Daniel Bryan winning real quick. Good. He deserves it. I've said it 3 times, but I just want to make sure it's out there. Oh. Okay, I'm done. I'll be back in another video probably after Raw tonight because I just pulled me back in. What am I supposed to do? They pulled my ass back in. By the way, that's a Godfather 3 reference for you people that are too young or never seen the movies. And I'll be back maybe tonight or tomorrow morning with another video. Goodbye.